Hi there. My name is Riley Riggs, and this is my associate, Benjamin Kusling.
Today we'll be discussing schizophrenia and how to cultivate empathy for those suffering from serious mental illness.
Schizophrenia is a mental disorder in which individuals have a distorted perception of reality. Those diagnosed with schizophrenia will suffer from its effects for the entirety of their lives.
Common symptoms include delusion, hallucination, incoherent speech, disorganized behavior, and more. However, schizophrenia can be divided into subcategories: disorganized schizophrenia, catatonic schizophrenia, and paranoid schizophrenia, each with unique symptoms associated with them.
DSM-5 no longer recognizes schizophrenia as different subtypes, but for the sake of simplicity, we will continue to refer to them as subtypes through the rest of this video.
Commonly developed during teen years, the defining characteristics of disorganized schizophrenia focus on general disarray, ranging from behavior to speech. Communication can be very difficult for those afflicted with this type of schizophrenia. Catatonic schizophrenia is another subtype of schizophrenia that severely affects a person's motor skills. Around 10 to 25% of people suffering from schizophrenia may also suffer from catatonic schizophrenia. Symptoms of the subtype include the inability to speak and a complete lack of voluntary movement.
Paranoid schizophrenia is most likely how you've seen schizophrenia portrayed in media. The defining symptoms associated with paranoid schizophrenia are hallucinations and delusions caused by paranoia. The main demographics for paranoid schizophrenia are also people from their late teens to their early 20s.
Now that we've described schizophrenia, can you think of any character traits you associate with people suffering from schizophrenia?
People generally assume from movies and TV that individuals with schizophrenia tend to be unstable, as well as a risk to themselves and others.
The stigma is harmful because it can make it difficult for people to reintegrate back in society, vastly reducing their quality of life. It can also have more immediate effect on the individual by causing them to relapse over time.
We can break down the stigma behind schizophrenia by accurately representing individuals who suffer from it. This is how schizophrenia is commonly shown in media.
I told them it would take about an hour to do it.
Yeah. So they said we're gonna do the first floor.
How long you been on the clock?
Been on for 18 hours straight.
Nice paycheck.
What are you doing, baby? You gotta get to the ferry.
No. Yeah. If the world thinks that Chuck is dead, then he's perfect for their experiments. There's only one place they'd take him.
You go there and you'll die.
He's my partner. If they are hurting him, if they're holding him against his will, I've got to bring him out. Can't lose anyone else.
Go, Teddy, please. Please don't do this. Don't go.
I'm sorry, honey. I love this thing because you gave it to me. The truth is, it was one fucking ugly tie.
previous scene painted schizophrenia in a very broad brushstroke and neglected to account for the many nuances that make each diagnosis unique. The following interview will show a person's authentic experience with this disorder and in what ways it contrasts to the film.
I started hearing voices, and it was not unfamiliar voices. It was mostly characterized voices of my friends. I started getting really paranoid because obviously the voices were saying things that disturbed me. Really and truly, my first break came about when I was 17 years old.
My son has been an adventure. You never know ahead of time where the challenges are going to be in life.
I'd been trying to get people to realize that there was something going on with me that wasn't quite normal, and wound up getting into trouble. I was checked into an adolescent rehab center, so to speak, and was put on medication there, and that was when I received my first diagnosis. He diagnosed me with paranoid schizophrenia. Stopped taking my medication after about a year. It didn't take very long for my symptoms to start returning. I thought, if I don't do something, to get some help, I'm gonna end up, dying or something. So I walked past a fire truck. I saw, an axe on it, and I thought, well, I'll just take that axe off that truck, and someone will have to notice me then. I didn't realize it then, but that was the beginning of several years of being in an institution.
It's not a book written to tell you how and what to do as a dad or a mom. For me, the lesson I have learned is that I don't have all the answers.
Sharing my story is a privilege, and it's important for me because it reinforces my recovery, my life. It helps me stand on my own 2 feet every time I share it.
Do you think your chances of suffering from schizophrenia are more a product of nature or nurture?
It is generally believed that the chance of a person suffering from schizophrenia is mainly relying on the genetics of their parents or by random genetic mutation. However, researchers have demonstrated that stress at home or in the workplace is also a contributing factor.
When treating schizophrenia, a combination of therapy and medication is usually required. Haloperidol, fluphenazine, and chlorpromazine are the most common antipsychotic medications used to treat this mental illness.
CBT, or cognitive behavioral therapy, is a type of therapy used to modify behaviors that may be harmful to the individual and have proven to be very effective on patients suffering from schizophrenia.
What percent of Americans do you believe suffer from schizophrenia?
Over 1% of Americans suffer from schizophrenia in the U.S., which is estimated to be 3.5 million people. Unfortunately, roughly half of the people diagnosed do not seek treatment.
The Schizophrenia and Psychosis Action Alliance is an organization focused on educating the families of individuals with schizophrenia, as well as providing support like therapy and other resources for people with this mental illness.
The goal of this PSA is to help empathy with those suffering from schizophrenia. People afflicted with this mental illness can still lead normal lives with proper treatment and support. We hope you've enjoyed watching our information video.